ताबीर भी न रही because dreams have become real, and it's this reality that is envisaged by such an august gathering in this historic house auditorium. Esteemed chief guest, respected guest of honors, honorable dignitaries, faculty members, and all our worthy guests. Today, I, Dr. Sadatul Manzoor, welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of Hernia Summit 2024, organized by the Postgraduate Department of Minimal Access and General Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar, in association with the Hernia Society of India. वो आए हमारे घर, खुदा की कुदरत है, कभी हम उनको, कभी अपने घर को देखते हैं. It's an honor and privilege to welcome our chief guest, Administrative Secretary, Health and Medical Education, Dr. Syed Abid Rashid, sir, to come on the stage. Sir, please. Thank you so much, sir. I request our guest of honor, Padma Shri, Dr. Pradeep Chaube, sir, the living legend, to grace the stage by your presence. Thank you so much, sir. I request our guest of honor, President, Hernia Society of India, Dr. Vijay Borgaonkar, sir, to come on the stage. Thank you so much, sir. May I invite Secretary, Hernia Society of India, Dr. Sarfaraz Beg, sir, to please come on the stage. Thank you so much, sir. I request our patron, Dean, Principal, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Dr. Ifat Hassan Shah, ma'am, to please come on the stage. Thank you so much, ma'am. May I invite Organizing Chairman, Hernia Summit 2024, Head, Department of Minimal Access and General Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Dr. Iqbal Salim Mir, sir, to please join the dignitaries. Thank you, sir. May I invite Organizing Secretary, Hernia Summit 2024, Professor, Department of Minimal Access and General Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Dr. M.R. Atri, sir, to kindly join the dignitaries. Thank you so much, sir. गुले उफ्तादा जो बन के पाया है, तेरी तौफीक से बाहयात पाया है. The essence of flowers serves as an anodyne, but the benevolent presence of our dignitaries will lend a new lease of life to these flowers that we wish to present to them. Please accept this floral welcome from us. I request my colleague to present flower bouquet to our chief guest, Dr. Syed Abid Rashid, sir. Thank you, Dr. Anjali. May I request my colleague to present floral bouquet to our guest of honor, Padma Shri, Dr. Pradeep Chaube, sir. Thank you, Dr. Mehak. May I request my colleague to present floral bouquet to our guest of honor, Dr. Vijay Borgaonkar, sir. Thank you. May I request my colleague to present flower bouquet to the Secretary, Hernia Society of India, Dr. Sarfaraz Beg, sir. Thank you. May I request my colleague to present floral bouquet to our patron, Professor Dr. Ifat Shah, ma'am. Thank you. May I request my colleague to present flower bouquet to organizing chairman, Professor Dr. Iqbal Salim Meet, sir. Thank you. May I request my colleague to present flower bouquet to the organizing secretary, Professor Dr. M.R. Atri, sir. Thank you. Our Department of Surgery is grateful to all the luminaries who have graced this occasion with their presence. We want to express our heartfelt gratitude to them. I request Padma Shri Dr. Pradeep Chaube, sir, to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Said Abid Rashid, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I request Dr. Said Abid Rashid, sir, to felicitate our guest of honor, Padma Shri, Dr. Pradeep Chaube, sir. We have claps now. Thank you so much, sir. I request Dr. Said Abid Rashid, sir, to felicitate our guest of honor, Dr. Vijay Borgaonkar, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I kindly request Dr. Said Abid Rashid, sir, to felicitate the Secretary, Hernia Society of India, Dr. Sarfaraz Beg, sir. Thank you, sir. I request Padma Shri Dr. Pradeep Chaube, sir, to felicitate our patron, Principal, Dean, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Dr. Ifat Hassan Shah, ma'am. Thank you. Many a hard work has gone in planning and execution of this conference come workshop. We owe our thanks to one and all. There was a workforce, and then there were the leaders. And it's these leaders who guided us in our endeavor. जिनके किरदार से आती हो सदाकत की महक, उनकी तदरीस से पत्थर भी पिघल सकते हैं. A teacher par excellence, a surgeon with gifted hands, a leader with a vision. I take this opportunity to invite the ever-smiling Professor, Head, Department of Minimal Access and General Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Dr. Iqbal Salim Meet, sir, to please share his thoughts.
Thank you very much. The applause was great. Distinguished guests on the dais, Dr. Abid Rashid, Administrative Secretary, Health and Medical Education. One of the greatest laparoscopic surgeons that the land of India has produced, Padma Shri, Chaube sir. Then I have Dr. Vijay, who is the president of the HSI, Dr. Sarfraz Jalil Beg, the main person behind this today's event. My patron, my principal, my dean, and the person who is visibly making a change in Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Ifat Hassan. Should I talk about Professor Atri? Because he's the time bomb of the Department of Surgery. You know, he can be anywhere, everywhere. Thank you, boss, for really prompting me that no, we must hold this event here. Then I have got some people in front of me whose contribution I should not forget. I have got Professor Munir Khan. Can I have a round of applause for him? He was the person who was ahead of his times, who had the vision to start laparoscopy here. Then my predecessor, my friend, my guide, the person who used to keep me in check, oh Iqbal, bas itna kafi hai. Professor Mahmood, Mufti Mahmood, who opened up laparoscopy for everybody. We have reached this place only because he put in the effort and I'm reaping the benefits. I welcome all of you to this day, the Hernia Summit 2024. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be in front of you. And I would like to extend a warm welcome to all the dignitaries from outside the UT of Kashmir and J&K and all those people who are part and parcel of this program from our own institution, or like we have Dr. Ejaz from SKIMS, then Dr. Ejaz from SKIMS Medical College. I have Dr. Vandana Soni there, sorry, Dr. Ganesh, I forgot to mention you, then Dr. Sumit, he is the treasurer of HSI. A special welcome to all of you that you found time. A special welcome to all my co-heads of the departments of this great institution. But here I have to mention somebody very special. Professor Ruxana, who gave us the confidence, the HOD, previous HOD of Department of Anesthesia, which is now ably headed by Professor Hina. We must have claps for both of them because they are the people who made laparoscopic, advanced laparoscopic Whipples, advanced laparoscopic gastrectomy. They made it possible. They made bariatric surgery possible because they gave us the confidence. Then I have got Dr. Naveed here. He made us take up this VATS, that is video assisted thoracoscopic surgery. Can I have the slides now? Sir, I have just a small introduction to the Department of Minimal Access and General Surgery. I hope I have few minutes. Okay, this is what we see. More than 10 lakh patients in 1 year. Then, how many surgeries are conducted in a month? More than 300 to 400. Our daily average in elective is around 10 to 15. And 5 tables are working round the clock. One is for open surgery. We don't want our postgraduates to lose the art of open surgery. Fine, they are operating in emergency, but we have kept one table specifically for that. So that was the first thing that I have to tell you. What has been the achievement of the department so far? What now? This is our crowning glory. Can I have Dr. Rishabh, please? Dr. Rishabh, he went to America. For the first time, Government Medical College Srinagar was represented in stages. A round of applause for him for being a postgraduate and then going to America and presenting his work there. Sir, hernia is a common problem. 16% of the population has it. 10% have issues with it in emergency. So it needs treatment. And why are we here? We're here because there are around 400 procedures. So what is the best procedure? That will be deliberated over the next 2 days. 6 hernia days we have done till date. This is regarding hernias only. The amount of work that is being done for hernias only. Nearly 300 cases of hernias are being operated, majority of them by laparoscopy. And what do? We organize small programs. Yes, we are a medical college at the peripheral end of India, but we do have regular live operative workshops. We have conducted 6 hernia days in which the Department of Anesthesia helps us really in a wonderful way, and we operate only hernias that day. Rishabh is here. I mentioned you were missing. Then we also started last year with the PACE program. What is this PACE program? We invited surgeons, qualified surgeons from outside, and they were part and parcel of us for 3 days. 3 days we imparted training specifically for hernias. So that is what we have been doing, and I'm quite sure I have to first say thanks because my colleagues from residents, they have to thank you for the wonderful leave program that has been given to them regarding the casual leave on yearly basis. I'm not hearing anything from you. Thank you, sir, for that. I hope it's for the consultants also, 15 to 20. Next is from the, Sajad sir, you can say it afterwards. Then from the consultants, the irritant that was not allowing Medical College Srinagar, Medical College Jammu to progress. And for that, the three-tier system done by our worthy administrative secretary, I think it deserves the best possible applause for that. Fine, now this is the nice one, nice side. What about what are our requirements? Sir, I'll start with Dr. Vijay. Dr. Vijay, I hope this department has proven to you that it's capable of being labeled as a department of hernial excellence surgeries, and I hope you give us stars. I hope. Then, sir, Chobe sir, I am not going to leave you. I would be very happy if my consultants and postgraduates are allowed to visit your institution only for robotic surgery. Just for 2 weeks so that they get trained and they become better surgeons than me and my colleagues. Then, sir, Dr. Abid, I dream, but I don't dream during night. I dream with my eyes open. I dream of SMHS hospital having a robo and all of my colleagues operating on that. I dream that the stalled operation theatre complex sees the light of day. Thank you very much. I hope I have not taken much time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. उम्मीदें बारहा साथ लाया है, चमन में रौनके बहार लाया है. She came in like a breath of fresh air and is changing the environs of this institution. An ace clinician who is an epitome of humility, a person who is proving her mettle as an able administrator. Despite the many problems that an administrator faces, a charming smile never leaves her face. I welcome our patron, Dean, Principal, Government Medical College Srinagar, Professor Ifat Shah Ma'am, to the podium.
Good afternoon. Chief guest of today's inaugural function, our worthy Secretary to Government, Health and Medical Education, UT of J&K, Dr. Saeed Abid Rashid Shah. Guests of honor, Padma Shri Dr. Pradeep Chobe, Chairman Max Institute of Minimal Access, Metabolic and Bariatric Surgery and Allied Specialties, Saket, Delhi, and Dr. Vijay Barankar, President, Hernia Society of India, and Chairman, Krupai Hospital Medical Director at Seth Nanlandut Hospital, Maharashtra, Secretary, Hernia Society of India and Director, Digestive Surgery Clinic, Bellevue Hospital, Calcutta, Dr. Sarfraz Jalil Beg, Organizing Chairman and Head Department of General and Minimal Access Surgery, GMC Srinagar, Professor Iqbal Salim, Organizing Secretary from the Department of General and Minimal Access Surgery, Professor M.R. Athri, ex-heads of the Department of Surgery of Government Medical College Srinagar, Professor Munir Khan, Professor Mufti Mahmood, heads of department and faculty of Government Medical College Srinagar, guest faculty from within and outside the UT of J&K, administrative staff of GMC Srinagar, delegates and dear students, ladies and gentlemen, as the patron of this conference, it's a pleasure for me to welcome you all to Hernia Summit 2024, live workshop cum conference hosted by the Department of General and Mineral Access Surgery of Government Medical College, Srinagar, under the aegis of the Hernia Society of India. At the outset, I would like to thank our worthy chief guest for taking time off his busy schedule to grace the inaugural function of Hernia Summit 2024. So your commitment towards encouraging these educational initiatives are a source of encouragement for each one of us. I warmly welcome our guest of honor, Padam Shri Dr. Pradeep Chaube, sir, for acceding to our request to be a guest faculty of this summit. And we in this institution feel honored to have you here amongst us. Thank you, sir. We're also thankful to the Hernia Society of India, especially the President and Secretary of the Hernia Society, for giving us an opportunity to host this conference in GMC Srinagar. Thank you. In this conference, we are master trainers in the field of minimal access surgery who are here with us, and I welcome each one of you. We have guest faculty from outside the country, like Dr. Rajesh Khulla from Max Delhi, Dr. Praveen Bhatia, Dr. Arun Prasad, Dr. Vandana, Dr. Sumit Shah, Dr. Ashish Ahuja. And also from within our own UT of J&K, we have guest faculty like Professor Tungu, Professor Ijaz Malik, and from all the medical colleges, the UT of J&K, we have representation today, and that is very heartening. In this, the department, in this conference, the Department of General and Minimal Access Surgery has organized live workshops, and I'm sure that the workshop and the scientific deliberation will be of great help to all our delegates. Over a period of years, the Department of General and Minimal Access Surgery, GMC Srinagar, has been competing with the best centers of the country. And I'm sure that with this workshop cum conference, they'll further maintain their pace with the best in the field who are invited here as guest faculty. This department has taken noteworthy measures for providing the standard of care to needy patients, quality medical education to students, and a better research platform for postgraduate. And the efforts and commitment of the concerned doctors who have remained at the forefront in providing emergency elective surgical care to patients is noteworthy, is worth appreciation. And I'm sure this department will continue its efforts in providing the best healthcare facilities to the patients while maintaining the highest level of competence among its trainees. We at GMC Srinagar are committed to encourage our faculty to participate and organize workshops and conferences so that our students and especially our postgraduates and senior residents keep pace with the continuous advancements in the medical field. The latest order, which has been issued by our worthy Administrative Secretary, as mentioned by Professor Salim, will also help them in getting time to attend various conferences, and we also thank you for that. A big round of applause, please, on behalf of all the residents. The scientific committee headed by Professor Mushtaq Chalgo have crafted a meticulously curated program which is designed to be informative, captivating, and exceptionally beneficial to the delegates so as to gain invaluable insights into the latest research, diagnostic techniques, and management approaches in the field of surgery. And the dedication and efforts of the organizers in assembling such a remarkable assembly of professionals is truly commendable. I firmly believe that this event will significantly contribute to the advancement of surgery, thereby benefiting both practitioners and patients alike. I wish you all an enlightening and fruitful conference experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As you start to walk on the way appears. The current secretary, Hernia Society of India, Dr. Sarfaraz Beg sir, epitomizes these lines of Maulana Rumi. He is the torch bearer of many new initiatives for advancement for specialty of herniology. Be it academics, be it trading, be it propagating the art of hernia surgery, he is always at the forefront. May I request Dr. Sarfaraz Beg sir to please share his words of wisdom.
Well, I think the entire honor goes to the Department of GMC, which has put up this great show. Dr. Iqbal, Professor Iqbal, and Professor Atri, you guys have done a magnanimous job, and what we witnessed today is absolutely out of this world, extraordinary. Really, no words for me to express here. But Hernia Society of India is, of course, committed to this disease and coming out with easy, reproducible solutions to hernia care throughout the country. Before I sign off, I was told that you don't say too much in words, but you recite a poetry. So I'm going to do just that. ये है एक नई दुनिया उभर के आ रही है और ये मैंने 4 साल पहले लिखा था जब कोविड आया था मुझे लगा कि अगर कोई साइक्लोन आता है या कोई एपिडेमिक आता है तो उसके बाद एक रेनबो जरूर आता है तो उसी तरह सोच के मैंने सोचा कि एक नई दुनिया उभर कर आ रही है उस दुनिया में हम तुम खुल के मिलते हैं तुम में सब्र और मुझ में सुनने की आदत आ रही है एक नई दुनिया उभर कर आ रही है आसमान नीला है और जमी पे कोई लाल नहीं आसमान नीला है और जमी पे कोई लाल नहीं मेरे अल्फाजों में शिकायत नहीं और तुम्हारे ख्याल में नरमी आ रही है एक नई दुनिया उभर के आ रही है अब पेड़ों और दरख्तों में जिंदगी आने लगी है नजर अब पेड़ों और दरख्तों में जिंदगी आने लगी है नजर और जितना है पास में उसी में बरकत आ रही है एक नई दुनिया उभर कर आ रही है घर के बाहर एक दुनिया ठीक है मगर घर के बाहर एक दुनिया ठीक है मगर घर के अंदर अब अपनी दुनिया नजर आ रही है एक नई दुनिया उभर कर आ रही है खबरें राय और बयान अब सुनते नहीं हैं हम खबरें राय और बयान अब सुनते नहीं हैं हम भरोसा अब सिर्फ अपने दिल की आवाज पर आ रही है एक नई दुनिया उभर कर आ रही है आगे क्या होगा सोचकर घबराना नहीं है दोस्त आगे क्या होगा सोचकर घबराना नहीं है दोस्त जो है उसे बांट कर खाने की वक्त करीब आ रही है एक नई दुनिया उभर कर आ रही है और आखिरी शेर वैसे तो जिंदगी गुजारने के लिए सामान चाहिए बहुत वैसे तो जिंदगी गुजारने के लिए सामान चाहिए बहुत खुदा मेरे लिए काफी है ऐसी सोच आ रही है एक नई दुनिया उभर कर आ रही है
थैंक यू सर हमको शहरों के हवाले नहीं देने पड़ते हमने घर बार नहीं नाम बनाया है There is a vision and then there are the leaders. Leaders make it sure that vision is implemented. You can't blow an uncertain trumpet. It's my privilege to welcome the President, Hernia Society of India, Dr. Vijay Borgaonkar, sir, to the podium. Sir, please.
Good noon, everyone. Our chief guest, Dr. Abdul Rashid, guest of honor, Abid Rashid, guest of honor, Dr. Pradeep Chobe, patron, Dr. Professor Iftar, HOD of this surgery department, Professor Iqbal, Professor Atri, and Professor Mushtaq Chako, our APHS President, Dr. Rajesh Khullar, our Secretary HSI, whom you have heard just now, Dr. Sarfaraz Beg,
senior members and our EC member and Vice President of HSI, Dr. Vandana Soni, Treasurer, Dr. Sumit Shah, EC member, Dr. Ganesh, Dr. Praveen Bhatia, all the HODs of Medical College, ladies and gentlemen. It was really impressive to see a very meticulously worked out program of this HSI 2024. Right from the beginning, the cases were very well planned. Everything was going as per the norms of the national standard almost. And the opening batsmen were no one else than Professor Iqbal and Professor Athri. They demonstrated wonderful craftsmanship of the hernia. It was really mesmerizing. And I really wonder that in one institute, all the professor of surgery, all the HODs, they are absolutely efficient in performing the MIS surgery, particularly the hernia surgery, which is supposed to be most difficult and is it should be done very meticulously. We observed this morning. The HSI is grateful to this medical college and this organizing team because they involved us in such a beautiful gathering. I'm really obliged for all these people. Hernia Society of India is a premium institute, a premium society which works for the hernia. Professor Pradeep Chobe was the founder member, and it was his mission. And I remember his first day when he inaugurated this society. He said that hernia is a very common disease. It is even faced by the poor as well as the rich as well. And it is a disease which always warrants surgery. So the surgery for the hernia, it should be done in a proper way. And there has to be a society which will disseminate knowledge, wisdom, and the modern technology to all the youngsters and the practicing surgeons so that they improve in their skills. And last nearly 1.5 decades, this mission is going on. I am really happy and privileged to be a part of this mission right from day one. The goal of Hernia Society of India, we achieve by different things that we do. We conduct regularly webinars which are on monthly basis. Few of the webinars are very popular, like the tips from the Titans and what is in the case. Every month we discuss cases, and these are attended by the national and also the international members. The another thing that we do is conduction of mid-annual conference and the annual conferences, where again all these things are discussed. And from this year, we have started doing the single theme workshops. And this is the 5th workshop that we are doing in this term, very successful one. So this is a very closed family like Hernia Society. There are about 1,500 members. And we really enjoy the friendship, fellowship, and the guidance from the seniors. I appeal all the surgeons who are yet not the members of the Hernia Society of India to become the Hernia member society. I am really thankful to Dr. Sarfaraj, our secretary, whom you have heard just now. And he is excellent surgeon and teacher that you have already seen. Many things perhaps many of you don't know. He is a great poet. Perhaps the thing that he demonstrated just now, perhaps he could be his own, I don't know exactly. He is very good. He dances well. He can perform the stand-up comedies. Apart from all these things, there are so many things. And every almost alternate day, as a secretary, he sends me a WhatsApp. Either there is a good poetry or there is something which we are related to. He's a great philosopher, really. So I'm really happy that I am surrounded by the right people. And for next 2 years, the society will grow and such activities will be there in future as well. I request all of you again to become the member of the Hernia Society of India, such a very good society, and I thank each one of you. Thank you very much.
The Center of Excellence for our college.
Yes. So it is granted. Actually, looking at the facilities, the patient load and the efficiency, the people, the Professor Iqbal and Professor Atri operated this morning, this is definitely nothing less than a center of excellence. They are already doing an excellent job, and Hernia Society of India will be happy to give a charter of Center of Excellence to this institute. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मिल जाए तुझको दरिया, तू समंदर तलाश कर. The person who changed the face of surgery in the Indian subcontinent, the teacher of teachers, the person who has blessed us with his endearing presence despite his busy schedule. It's a privilege to welcome the surgeon to the Honorable President of India, the surgeon to His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, Padma Shri Dr. Pradeep Chaubey, sir. Sir, kindly grace us with your benevolent words.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, young lady. And respected Dr. Abid, dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Vijay Burgaonkar, President of Hernia Society of India. I think it's a great privilege, great honor, and great emotional time for me to be here again. And I have been coming in early 90s and in early 20s to Srinagar and Jammu, conducting a lot of workshops. So I started doing with the laparoscopic cholecystectomy workshop, and then moved on to the solid organs and hernia and complex surgeries and bariatric surgeries. And hopefully now I will come back again with the robotic surgery once we are equipped with the robotic system. But every time I came here, the moment you land here, it gives a different feeling. It's not the fresh air only, but it is a warmth and keenness of our youngsters to learn the new technology in the way it should be done. We all know that it is always said that if you stand on your ground and let the air come from all over, and this is exactly what is coming. Mahatma Gandhi quoted that you can stay in your own place and the air comes and you can enjoy that air. And I think this is a moment today. We have got the herniologists of the country who are here, and I see great enthusiasm in our administration. Dr. Abid is here, which itself indicates that he is behind all of you and he's keen for the progress of the institution. And not only hernia may be just a part of it, but his leadership will bring different levels of medical education as well as the medical standards. Hernia being a very common surgery, I think 2000, almost 24 years back, I was invited to Hernia Congress in London, and that is the time when I realized that hernia is recognized there as a specialty in Europe. Unfortunately, in Asia Pacific, it was not there. And with this concept, we started the Asia Pacific Hernia Society in Bali. And I was fortunate to be the founder president. And we have a present president, Dr. Khullar, with us, whom you have seen operating today. So we are very proud that India has been on the front edge and cutting edge of the technology. And hernia being a very common operation, but it is the herniology subject. And hernia used to be very simple in conventional surgeries when we were a student, because hernia was the first operation given to our postgraduates. But now it is not as simple as we thought it to be, but now we know how complex is the physiology, anatomy, and pathophysiology and understanding of hernia from our time to this time has gone great sort of height. And so much of delight to see in Srinagar. So many of our young colleagues and not so young colleagues, and my old colleagues and senior colleagues who we have been interacting for more than three decades during some of the congresses across the globe. And seeing at the enthusiasm, I was watching the surgeries. Transmission was fantastic. The techniques were superb. And even if you improve a little bit in hernia surgery, in understanding as well as performing, you can make a huge difference because of the numbers of hernia which are operated and the types of hernia. So with this, I would wish you a great learning during these 3 days. I'm sure the day you leave Srinagar or when you leave this hall of our education, you will be far, far better than what you entered this hall with. There will be so much of knowledge interaction which will go. And I'm thankful to all the faculties and also Dr. Borgaonkar for his leadership and Dr. Sarfraz for his initiative. And Dr. Atri, of course, has been the driving force for getting all of us here with his commitment and also his conviction, apart from his love and affection. So I think have a lovely time, wonderful day, Dr. Abid. I must compliment and congratulate you, you being in our professionals. We all look up to you. And as I said, we will be too happy to have any one of you, all of you, to be with us at Max Institute of Minimal Access Surgery. For all types of surgeries or robotic surgeries, we do almost about 350 surgeries every month. So in a shorter period, you will get a reasonably good exposure. And more than that, I'm sure you will learn how to live together and how to work in sync with our patients and their welfares. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. निगाहें बुलंद सुखने दिल नवाज जाने पुरसोज यही है रुखताए सफर मेरे कारवां के लिए. These verses of Allama Iqbal define the essence of our chief guest, an astute administrator, a brilliant IAS officer, a visionary leader, a person who at a very young age has achieved so much that he serves as an inspiration to all of us. Dr. Said Abid Shah sir, we all are eager to get envisioned by your ever captivating thoughts. Sir, kindly bless us with your words of wisdom.
What's your name? नाम क्या है आपका?
Dr. Sadat.
Sadat. Sadat loves poetry. She prefixes and suffixes a couplet and everything. गलत profession में आ गई हो Sadat.
He's brilliant as a surgeon.
I know, I am sure. Poetry is very intellectual. At the very outset, Padma Shri Dr. Pradeep Chaube, a name that one has grown hearing, and considering that I belong to your fraternity, I keep saying this, rubbing it in all the time so you don't forget. Your name is an example for all of us to follow in the medical fraternity. You've earned a great name for our profession, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for gracing this function and coming to Jammu Kashmir. I know that you are in love with J&K, and once a love affair starts with J&K, it is not possible to get away with it, so that perpetual love affair continues. Thank you once again for coming to J&K. Dr. Vijay, the President of Hernia Society of India, thank you so much for coming, sir. We hope that your visit here will give us a lot of impetus in the field of surgery. Dr. Sarfaraz Beg, again somebody who's probably in the wrong profession. मुझे तो 2 मिनट के लिए confusion हो गया कि मैं Hernia Society of India के function में आया हूँ या मुशायरे में आया हूँ. So it appeared that समा बांध दिया इन्होंने. Dr. Praveen Bhatia from Delhi, Professor Dr. Ifat Hassan Shah, the Principal and Dean of Government Medical College, Srinagar, Dr. Iqbal Salim, the Head of Surgery, who is the Ruhe Rawan of this conference, along with Atri Sab, Dr. Atri, sitting on the dais, who is in himself a very big name in surgery, particularly minimally invasive surgery. I can see people who, again, one has heard about, one has seen operate. I would like to name them all. It will be, uncouth for me not to name them. I can see Dr. Munir Khan, who is himself, in many ways, the doyen of surgery, in more ways than one. The best thing about him would probably be that, he is remembered by his taught as somebody who gave a lot of freedom and a lot of exposure of doing stuff. Please keep this. I can see Dr. Rajesh Khular is sitting amongst us, Dr. Vandana Soni, Dr. Ganesh Shenoy, Dr. Sumit Shah, Dr. Mufti Mahmood, the ex-head of the Department of Surgery. Dr. Shafi Saab is here. Your son and me were in school together. I can see heads of the department. I can see head of the Department of Surgery. Hejaz from SKIMS, I can see head of the Department of SKIMS Medical College. I can see various heads of the departments of Government Medical College Srinagar and other colleges, heads of the departments and would-be heads of the departments. Thank you very much for gracing this function today. At the very outset, I'm going to say it's always a great pleasure coming amongst you and speaking to you. And although there is a feeling that I have in my heart that whenever I come into this place, I feel joy, I feel great intellectual bliss, because each time I speak to you and I see you, I get a lot of hope. I get a lot of hope from our institutions. I get a lot of hope in our public health institutions and public healthcare system. In spite of all the challenges, in spite of all the geographical challenges, in spite of all the infrastructure issues, in spite of all the HR issues, here we are doing stuff that competes probably with the best in the country and possibly some of the best in the world. I have no qualms in saying that this hall right now, auditorium, houses some of the best brains in medical fraternity in the entire country. जो डायस पे हैं और जो ऑडिटोरियम में बैठे हुए हैं, you are possibly some of the brightest, intellectual, gifted individuals that we have in our country in terms of the medical fraternity. I have absolutely no qualms in saying that doctors from J&K are some of the best that one has seen in the country. Just to lay a context of where we are, Dr. Iqbal Salim said we treat 1 million patients plus. 1 million patients plus, sir. That makes it 365 divided by, no, 1 million divided by 365. Do your mathematics. This is a whopping number. In spite of such tremendous workload, in spite of such tremendous overburdened systems in the public health care, every single person who comes here, invariably 99% of those people get treated by you and then go back home hale and hearty and happy. Sometimes we don't realize the kind of effort that all of you put together collectively as a team, and therefore it is important for me to bring it out to you that you must pat yourselves on the back and pat each other on the back, because aap apni effort ko shayad realize nahi karte hain ki what are we dealing with, the enormity of the numbers that you deal with on a daily basis. Rakesh ji, how much does a registrar in medicine see on a daily basis in OPD on a casualty day? 200 patients seen by one doctor. It's very fashionable to say that we must ape the West, we must make sure that we give all kind of modern technological systems, and healthcare systems have to be absolutely upbeat and abreast with the latest technology, blah, 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 blah. But when you have monumental challenges of this sort, I am amazed and astonished at the kind of work ethic, at the kind of intellectual effort, at the kind of dedication, at the kind of effort that each one of you puts in purely for the sake of sending that patient back home hale and hearty. So congratulations for doing what you are doing. Please do feel a sense of pride in what you are doing. It's very fashionable nowadays to say that, we're in a very materialistic world. We are not where we were 40 years back. Doctors were seen with a lot of pride, a lot of respect. Social stature was very high. If you stood in a line, everybody would offer Nene Doctor Sahab aage chale. We are not in that time. We are not in that age. We're in a very materialistic time. And it is fashionable to say that, the doctors and the healthcare professionals aren't probably putting in enough. But I am a very strong believer in the ability of all of you of doing magic and wonders here. You face a lot of challenges. Workload, I mentioned. There are staffing issues. The doctor-patient ratio, the paramedic-patient ratio, the sister-patient ratio is, not what it is supposed to be. The quantum of patients we spoke about. I'm going to face some flack on this because I changed the timing, not me, but the government decided to change the timing. So I'm going to say work-life balance. I keep getting some of our colleagues, some of our very dear friends saying that, there is a question mark there. There's a distinct question mark, and I realize that. I appreciate that. There is a distinct challenge to your work-life balance. And I am only astonished that you should do this, and on a day-to-day basis. Resource limitations. We have only as many resources to be distributed in equitable healthcare resources across the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. I have PHCs to look after. I have the entire health department to look after. I have the family welfare department to look after. I have a whole plethora of institutions. And so therefore there is a resource limitation. Distinctly. There are infrastructure issues. There are problems with regard to public health challenges. Case in point, COVID. It threw us off. And it created a massive, massive problem in all of you. And the working. And yet, I am pleased to inform you, because of the efforts of doctors of Jammu and Kashmir, because of the personal efforts of doctors of Jammu and Kashmir, because you placed duty before self, we had one of the lowest mortality and morbidity levels in the country, particularly compared with what we have in the neighboring states and union territories. So therefore, congratulations are in order. And there are achievements that you have done. Achievements that probably require to be reflected, that probably require to be spoken about. Because this is not a time when you can be silent about things. Do your work and stay silent. We are not in a day and age where you do your work and stay silent. It's not how it is supposed to be. I'll now come to certain issues for your brainstorming. Whenever I come here, I flag certain issues which I would request you to brainstorm about and discuss about and probably think about so that we arrive at some discussions. Our country has a history of thousands of years. Chobesar, the place where you're seated, has a recorded history of somewhere around 3,800 years. This is possibly the second oldest city in the country after Kashi. And I, at this moment, ask a question to myself and throw it to all of you. Irrespective of the faith that we profess, irrespective of the faith that we practice, be it Hinduism, be it Islam, be it Buddhism, be it any other faith, Sikhism, there is always a lot of rich knowledge, rich research, rich history, rich science, rich mathematics that has created the soft power of all these faiths, and therefore socio-cultural ethos of our country is full of that soft power. Centuries ago, Ayurveda ruled the world. The Unani system came in with the Islamic system. We still have practitioners of Ayurveda and Unani. But as centuries passed away, we gave the mantle of leadership to the Western world. And I dare ask why? Why is it today that we do not have the same kind of research and development and innovation in surgery, in medicine, in gynae-obs, in all other subjects that we possibly had centuries back? We must ponder, we must think about it. And it is not grandstanding and grandiose verbosity that I am throwing at you, because the responsibility of changing this dynamic is yours and yours alone. as leaders, as intellectual leaders of this society, you must possibly think about why we are falling behind the Western world. Why is it today that we still are slightly far behind what the West is doing in terms of innovation and research? I keep asking myself this question. And the answer to that question is, do we have a research or innovation fund in Medical College Srinagar or Jammu or Kathua or Baramulla or anywhere? And the answer is no. We do not have a research and innovation fund. There is no funding. कैसे expect करूंगा मैं that a young postgraduate or a registrar or a junior faculty member bubbling with intellectual energy will create some new procedure, will innovate and create some kind of a situation जहां पे the whole world might pick up and replicate that. It will not be possible unless we create an enabling ecosystem to do that. And that ecosystem will come only with collaboration and funding. So therefore, I am throwing an idea to you and you, madam. Please do think about, when you make budgetary proposals this year, of some kind of an allocation for all those research and innovation projects that young students, young postgraduate scholars or faculty members want to do and perform. We will provide the money. I have absolutely no qualms about it. I will reallocate from wherever we must, and we will probably think about doing this. But the leadership in this will not come from the Secretary of Health and Medical Education. The leadership of this intellectual pursuit will come from the doctors, will come from the young minds, will come from faculty members who will mentor them. So therefore, please do that. Today's program is also a great occasion for us to deliberate probably that we need to continue doing this. It can't be a one-off incident of a Hernia Society of India grand conference in which Chaube sir came and all the other gentlemen came. We must possibly keep doing this at a much bigger scale, much bigger number, so that all our youngsters, our young faculty members, our postgraduate scholars, our registrars possibly think about doing this. Next point. It's important that you all understand, considering that you're all majority from medical colleges, it is a prime responsibility upon you to make sure that when you move ahead in your respective departments and create these islands of excellence, you handhold peripheral health care. We cannot have a situation where, and I would like to commend the Department of Surgery and all other departments doing. I am told that there was I spoke last time also, the laparoscopic Whipples, probably for you, sir, it is bread and butter and you kind of do this every day. But for us in our system, which is heavily overworked in public health care, it's a great achievement. Again, a peripheral college, which was a district hospital up until 4 or 5 years, I spoke last time also, doing a Whipples is possibly a great achievement. It might not be a big deal to all those big names doing this day in, day out as a bread butter surgery. But वहाँ जहाँ district hospital था, वहाँ जहाँ OT की दिक्कतें हैं, वहाँ जहाँ problems हैं, वहाँ जहाँ anesthesia की दिक्कत है, it is a major deal and a milestone and a landmark for all of them. So therefore, we must possibly encourage peripheral health care and make sure that we pull up all those people along with us, along with when you do this in terms of your own institutions and your own departments. A very critical point that I would request you to reflect upon and think about. I'm throwing these ideas at you so that you talk amongst yourselves, particularly doctors here in the public healthcare system, because whenever there is a patient who has access to healthcare, who has the riches to go to a corporate hospital, there is a comparison drawn. Immediately there is a comparison drawn between us and the rich corporate hospitals. And the comparison drawn is that there are 3 or 4 things, and because this is an in-house discussion, therefore we can talk about it. That, the kind of education that is given before procedures, that the kind of education that is given to the patients is possibly more. The time that is given to patients is possibly more. The kind of ecosystem in which patients are treated is slightly different, and the patient then clearly brings out a difference between them. I think I have nothing in the form of criticism for any corporate hospital or any private sector hospital. But I am saying this so that we pick up all those good things and incorporate जितना कर सकते हैं उतना incorporate करें public health care system में. हम अपने यहाँ public health care systems में. It is always good to incorporate the good things. जैसे चौबे सर ने कहा, let the winds pass through my house. An informed decision making, so that the patient knows what you're dealing with, what he's dealing with, what you're going to do. Invariably, 9 out of 10 times, because we are a lot of, overburdening and a lot of pressure on you and time constraints, the patient sometimes is probably not given that kind of information. I must request you to possibly think about doing this. We must, be it a lettered patient or an unlettered patient, be it an urban patient or a patient with a rural background, be it a patient with a high socioeconomic strata or from a low socioeconomic strata, it is always nice to kindly inform and take informed decisions with the patient. Please do that. Please think about how we can improve this. This is my expectation of you. In terms of patient education, we must necessarily possibly think about doing more. You're doing an amazing work, but this is one soft area which earns us some degree of criticism here and there when the patient goes away from here. उस बारे में हमें सोचना पड़ेगा. We must. Days and times have changed. Everybody has a mobile phone in hands. Every second day, mobile phone could be a very potent device to. आपने सब बहुत बढ़िया कर दिया, but eventually if somebody makes a small 30-second video and puts it out, डॉक्टर साहब ने बहुत डांट लगाई, डॉक्टर साहब ने बड़ा डांट लगा के निकाल दिया वहां से, हमारी मेहनत सारी जाया. The kind of collaborative effort जो आप दिन रात करके कर रहे हैं, तो वो 30 सेकंड का वीडियो खराब कर जाता है कभी. उस बारे में प्लीज सोचें. Communication and dialogue between the patients and the attendants. Now I understand it's very rich to say that you should have a dialogue with the patients and attendants when you have 200 patients in the OPD. You can't do that. But jitna zyada kar sakte hain, it's always advisable to possibly think about doing that. If the senior faculty member can't, the junior must necessarily do it. It's that what is important. And a holistic approach to healthcare. We can't be operating in silos. Again, because it is an in-house discussion, therefore I am sharing these thoughts with you. We can't have the independent republic of the super specialty hospital and the independent republic of the government medical college, the independent republic of the X and Y department and the independent republic of ABC department. We are all part of the same team. We cannot have situations where one department and the other department does not collaborate. Because together we will sink and we will swim. Today we are in a day and age where some of the best institutions in our country, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, the Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education Research, Chandigarh, and such institutions. We are now talking of collaborative operations. We are talking of interdisciplinary, interdepartmental operations. So please do think about doing that. Please do think about doing that. It is important. One of the biggest criticisms that we have in the public healthcare system is कि जी हमारा पोस्ट ऑपरेटिव केयर इतना बढ़िया नहीं होता है, हमारी पेन मैनेजमेंट इतनी बढ़िया नहीं होती है और हमारा ये अच्छा नहीं होता, वो अच्छा नहीं होता. And so therefore this causes a lot of discomfort. The patient doesn't remember those 45 minutes that you've operated in. He's already or she is already under anesthesia. He remembers that nurse who comes after you have done. You might be a brilliant urologist. You might be a brilliant gastrosurgeon. You might be a brilliant cardiac surgeon. But the patient doesn't bother. वो आके आपको बाद में पोस्ट ऑपरेटिव राउंड में देखता है. लेकिन पेशेंट याद रखता है उस नर्स के लहजे को, पेशेंट याद रखता है उस एनओ के लहजे को, पेशेंट याद रखता है उस स्टाफ नर्स या MTS के लहजे को, कैसे उसको ट्रीट किया. We all as human beings remember how you made the other person feel. We don't remember कि आपने 8 घंटे सर्जरी करके दिन रात एक करके आपने मेहनत करके उस पेशेंट की लाइफ बचाई है, और उसको वो जरूर याद रहेगा कि आपने उसको फील कैसा कराया है या आपकी स्टाफ नर्स ने उसको कैसा फील कराया है. प्लीज हैव दैट एंटायर acumen and that patient-centric approach percolated down to the lowest levels so that they are also part of the same team, and most importantly, they are the ones who are on the ground. My last point to you is technology adaptation. I keep saying this repeatedly. Technology adaptation needs to be done, and ASAP. It's going to come. It's not going to wait. 10 years down the line, this college is going to be completely different, qualitatively different. तो हमारे पास ऑप्शन है, या तो हम बैठ के वेट करते रहें, पूरी दुनिया अडेप्ट करे, उसके बाद we will adapt it in the end, या तो हमारे पास ऑप्शन है that you would be one of the first colleges in Jammu and Kashmir to adapt it, like other colleges, I am very certain. So please do think about that. Please do think about inculcating a sense of innovation, inculcating a sense of adapting this technology yourself and all your junior colleagues. And last but not the least, the intellectual environment of this college or any other college will grow only if there is a sense of mentorship. If there is an each man to his own, we will never be able to grow to the point that we want to. Please mentor your juniors. Some of the heads of the department are known to be great mentors even today when they're juniors, when they're postgraduates or they're taught. See them. There is a great sense of respect. There's a great sense of admiration and adulation for them. So please, in each one of the departments, I would request that mentorship element should be incorporated. अपने नीचे के लोगों को बहुत important है कि mentor करें और उनको बताएं कि किस तरह से आप अपने departments को आगे ले जाएं. Think about the next 10 years, 15 years. Don't please think about the next 2 years of your HODship or 3 years of your HOD or the 2 years of my secretaryship. Please think about the next prospective 10 years of what your department wants to be 10 years down the line. We cannot be microscopic. We cannot be myopic in our vision about the growth of your respective departments. And together, if you combine your efforts, I'm very confident that GMC Srinagar has the potential to become one of the best institutions in our country. And I am sure whatever welfare measures we require to take. Are there any postgraduates or registrars here? Raise your hands, please. What's your feedback about the maternity leave? I got a very emotional message the other day from a lady who's in the second trimester. She said, we didn't have maternity leaves in this UT. So any postgraduate would have to go and repeat that. Or a registrar would have to be told to, please go. We can't give you maternity. The government, in its wisdom, has decided that this will not be allowed to carry on. So therefore, we have issued that order. And this girl that I was mentioning about, she sent me a very emotional message, which was something of a, I will share it with you. She says, sir, we had to beg for it till now. It appears that the government has restored our dignity by giving this as a matter of our right. This is a matter of right. When we expect a lot of things from you, please have no shame in expecting from us. I'm giving you the full right. I'm giving you the full takat to come and expect that from me. When we expect things from you, there is absolutely no qualms in you expecting things from us. तो आपकी जो 3-tier system थी, वो भी that is part of the reformist agenda that we have done. The phase 2 will also be incorporated. We are making sure that the number of professors, number of associates and number of assistant professors increase. There are going to be more reformist measures coming your way. In some cases, one very dear friend who is nearing retirement said that, please let us go. I said, I will not let you go. You're not going anywhere. You are staying back for some more time. And we are working. You can't be so vehement in saying no to what is coming to you. Don't paint the devil on the wall. It will visit you. So thank you very much once again, Chaube sir, Aap sir, and everyone and all the ladies and gentlemen who have come from outside. We are nothing but full of gratitude to all of you. I keep saying, when I was tourism secretary, I said this thing repeatedly that Kashmir is a very cold place. Kashmir is there a consternation? What is the issue? They say Kashmir is a very cold place, but for our guests, the warmth in our hearts fills this place with a lot of warmth. So we will welcome you always with open arms, and I request you, sir, कि हम collaboration में the head of the department and the principal will get in touch with you. We would like to collaborate with the best institutes. I've spoken to All India Institute and PGI Chandigarh. Anybody wants to go in for higher studies, feel free to put an application through proper channel. There will be no bureaucratic rigmaroles that you have to run through. Please do not come to Secretariat chasing your files. All you need to do is send the administrator a message of this is what he is the representative, he's the viceroy of the government here in the medical college, uses good offices, किसी को secretariat आने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आप नहीं ये करें, मेरी फाइल यहाँ है, मेरी फाइल वहाँ है. I have made it very abundantly clear since I've taken over some months back, probably 6 months, that जब भी कोई डॉक्टर साहब secretariat आए, please come with a sense that you do not have to run and chase for your stuff. You will be given due decorum, respect, reverence that you deserve of the stature, of the social stature that you enjoy, of the knowledge that you enjoy. आपकी knowledge की, skill की और experience की बहुत इज्जत की जाएगी. Please do not let anybody treat you otherwise. And if that happens, I am just a phone call away. Thank you so much for having me here. So I had heard about, how many of you know about a Russian roulette? You put a loaded revolver and spin the revolver's chambers on your temple and then check mutually who conks off first. Dr. Iqbal Salim has just decided to play Russian roulette with me, and he's put a revolver on my temple. About two things. One, the OT complex. I am happy to report to you, sir, that I have already given administrative accord, taken it on my head. I've given administrative accord and I'm arranging funding for that. It will not just be for the surgical department. Nevertheless, it will be for all other departments jahan interventions karne ki zarurat hai. It will also have some ICU chambers, which, madam, you will have to make sure that you operate and run. I know you keep saying you don't have many people, but you must look at other medical colleges. You have abundance. Other medical colleges look at Srinagar GMC and say they have a lot of anesthesia people. Please give us some. So that is the situation. With regard to the second, we are, and I'll be honest with you, a Da Vinci report is somewhere around 35 crore. But the only thing that precludes our decision is, and the arms would be 1.5 lakh rupees. How much would it be, sir? Recurring cost? 1.5 lakh के आसपास. Patient का कितना खर्चा पड़ता है, sir? नहीं, not in a private sector. लाख, 1.5 lakh? 1.5 lakh. I want you to think about it. Do you expect and anticipate the kind of patients that you will have who will spend 1.5-2 lakh rupees for disposables of the Da Vinci? If you are willing to say and stick your neck out and say, absolutely, karenge, there will be too many people to do this. But if the answer in majority is that...
We should look for the...
Sir, batten, please.
next generation robotic systems which have come.
They don't need recurrent disposables? Oh, really? I must speak to you after this. I must speak to you after this. So वो एक थोड़ा सा एक factor है in terms of the financial ecosystem of the place that we live in. वहाँ थोड़ा सा problem दिक्कत है. अभी भी मैं एक चीज बताऊं, again off the record, not to be recorded. जब भी patient को दो चीजों में अभी भी मुझे भी as a person, as a layman, I'll have two difficulties when I have to buy books. And I buy books quite a lot. And I go and tell him कि कितने की है? वो कहता है 4,000 की हार्ड बाउंड बुक है. मैंने कहा कम करो, थोड़ा कम करो प्लीज. तो वो कहता है चलो आप दे दो 3,500 दे दो. मैंने कहा ठीक है, उसमें मैं बार्गेन करूंगा. और दूसरा, मैं डॉक्टर साहब के पास जाऊंगा इन प्राइवेट प्रैक्टिस, डॉक्टर साहब का बाहर बंदा बोलेगा मैं पूछूंगा कितना देना है, वो कहेगा 1,000 रुपए। मैंने कहा 1,000 रुपए, 1,000 रुपीज, यू थिंक डॉक्टर कैन चार्ज 1,000 रुपीज, व्हाट इज दिस? 1,000 रुपए में क्या है, कितने मिनट? And it'll be like 15 मिनट, चलो कंसल्टेशन, दिस दैट एंड द अदर थिंग। तो ये दो चीजों में, किताब खरीदने में और डॉक्टर साहब की फीस देने में अभी हमें दिक्कत होती है। बट इफ आई गो एंड शेल आउट मनी on Eid day, I will go and see a bakery and my bill will be somewhere on 20,000. कोई बात नहीं, कर दे 22 कर दे, 4 टाइप के और केक कर दे, बट बड़े केक करना, डोंट डू a 2 pound, डू a 10 pound. So that is our, हमारा है वो थोड़ा सा, इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ फाइनेंशियल इकोसिस्टम हमारा ऐसा है कि इस बारे में आपको हमें सोचना पड़ेगा। डू वी वांट टू डू दैट? तो ये है एक, नॉट टू बी कोटेड, आप कोट मत कर देना मैडम, दिस इज इन हाउस, यू आर पार्ट ऑफ द फ्रेटर्निटी हियर। डॉक्टरों के बीच खड़े होगे, तुम्हारे डॉक्टर बन गए। Thank you very much for everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. The hard work of residents, the toil of presenters, and the efforts of all those who have contributed in the success of the Hernia Summit 2024, garnished with the messages of well-wishers, has been given the shape of manuscript that is the souvenir of this conference. May I request our chief guest to kindly release the souvenir. Sir, please. Thank you, everyone. People come and people go, but some people leave an impeccable mark. I kindly request Professor Dr. Iqbal Salim Sir to the podium to commemorate Lifetime Achievements and Surgical Excellence Award. Sir, please.
Once we are students, we become then teachers, we become good surgeons, we forget people. And it's my duty here to honor Padma Shri Dr. Chobe sir with a Lifetime Achievement Award in this hall today. सर ऐसे नहीं जाने देंगे ना। Sir, I hope you like it. Can I have a round of applause, please? Next in line, my mentor, Dr. Arun Prasad from Indraprastha Apollo Hospitals. He taught me the basics of laparoscopy long time ago, 2001, and I must honor my teacher, my mentor, because it's what a student should do. So I don't know, sir, he looks younger than me. He was the same. Dr. Arun Prasad. Sir, 2 words from you, sir. Dr. Arun Prasad, 2 words from you.
Thank you, Iqbal. I've had many students who have come through me and have learned, but somebody I feel most proud about is Iqbal. 3 cheers. He's done a great job and he has really made me so proud and has taken Srinagar and this state to new heights when it comes to minimal access surgery. Proud of you, Iqbal. Continue with the great work and please do start robotic surgery and then we can meet again.
If sir allows.
By the way, it is 15 crores, not 30 crores. Intuitive.
सर गवर्नमेंट में थोड़ा महंगा मिलता है सर इधर ही रहे ना सर इधर ही रहे प्लीज Dr. Praveen Bhatia, can I have you on the stage with a big round of applause, the person who can mesmerize audiences with his excellent step-by-step demonstration of each of laparoscopic surgeries that he does. He is in Gangaram Hospital. Once I was a youngster, those days he was in Global Hospital. Sir, thank you very much for being a teacher, for being a person who teaches, and you teach very well, sir. That's really wonderful. Can I have 2 words, sir?
Yeah, sure. शादात
सादत.
मुझे लगता है कि जैसे सादत ने इतना समय बांधा सभी को अपनी शायरी से, तो मैं एक छोटा सा शेर अर्ज करूंगा. आप फिर शायद सोचेंगे कि मुशावरे में आ गए. हकीकत से महरूम है, हकीकत से महरूम है साहिल के ये तमाशाई. साहिल मीन्स किनारा. हकीकत से महरूम है साहिल के ये तमाशाई. हमने तो खुद डूब के देखी है इस दरिया की गहराई. I must say, and I echo the words of Dr. Pradeep Chaube, we have been coming to Srinagar n number of times, and we have always enjoyed the hospitality, the warmth, the love, the affection. I think we will carry on. We are addicted to your affection. Thank you very much. God bless you. And believe me, seeing the environment, I must assure you, seeing the environment in the theaters when I was operating, some challenges, yes, but it was an excellent instrumentation, excellent equipment. Everything was going according to the protocol. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for this opportunity.
It's always an honor to honor your seniors. And I want to honor those seniors who have now retired. We always make an effort that whoever is retired, he is treated with respect and with honor. Professor Mufti Mahmood, can I have a round of applause for him? My predecessor, a urologist beyond comparison, he has now joined Paras and left for greener pastures, I can say. I already told you what he was for me. Mufti sir, would you like to say a few words?
For me, it's a homecoming. And believe me, when I left, I don't feel any change. It's going up. The graph is going up. It's, I was witnessing this workshop at my OPD through YouTube, and the kind of relay and the transmission was superb. Every minute details of the dissection were discernible to me, and I was engrossed with it. I must compliment Iqbal for carrying on this mantle with the hope that our generation will reap rich benefits out of it. And with the kind cooperation of our dynamic Administrative Secretary, Dr. Saeed Abid, I think we'll achieve the heights. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I'll request Dr. Javed to collect the plaque in place of Dr. Professor Said Mushtaq, who also retired, a person who started partial nephrectomy. See, I remember, so we must give him credit for that. Of course, he did it open, but it's what he started. So we must remember that. The plaque. Thank you, Javed. Can I have Dr. Mohsin here, our CVTS surgeon? He's going to collect the plaque in place of Dr. Nasir Awan. You know, if you want to play fastest finger first, in lab colis, it will be Dr. Nasir Awan. And see the round of applause just by his name. The most gentle, the most humble, and the fastest laparoscopic surgeon with regard to laparoscopic cholecystectomy. Unfortunately, he could not come today, but Mohsen is there to collect. And Mohsen is our joint organizing secretary, by the way, always tense, even though he's a cardiovascular surgeon. Thank you very much, sir. Please. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I hope I have paid money. Respect. Take photo.
Thank you, everyone. It's time to introduce and felicitate the operating faculty for demonstrating their outstanding meticulous surgical skills. May I request our chief guest and guest of honors to kindly felicitate them. So kindly. These all surgical procedures of the workshop wouldn't be possible without the tiring efforts of our anesthesia department. I request Head Department of Anesthesia, Professor Dr. Hina Bashir Ma'am, to kindly come on the stage and receive felicitation on behalf of the department. Ma'am, please. Thank you, ma'am. I request Dr. Sarfaraz Beg, sir, to kindly receive your felicitation for the peritoneal flap reconstruction surgery. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Praveen Bhatia, sir, Senior Consultant, Sri Gangaram Hospital, Delhi, to kindly come on the stage to receive your felicitation. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Rajesh Khullar, sir, Senior Director, Max Institute of Lab, Endoscopic and Bariatric Surgery, Saket, Delhi, to kindly come on the stage for felicitation. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Sumit Shah, sir, to kindly come on the stage to receive felicitation. Sir is the Director, Metabolic and Bariatric Surgery, PSRI Hospital. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Ganesh Shenoy, sir, to kindly come on the stage to receive your felicitation. Sir is the Director, GI Minimal Access and Bariatric Surgery, Fortis Hospital, Bangalore. Thank you, sir. I request Professor Dr. Iqbal Salim, sir, to kindly receive your felicitation for your ETEP procedure. Thank you, sir. I request Professor Dr. M.R. Atri, sir, to kindly receive your felicitation for TAPP. Thank you, sir. I request Professor Dr. Mushtaq Chalku, sir, to kindly come on the stage to receive your felicitation. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Abdul Hamid Samoon, sir, to kindly receive your felicitation. I request former head Professor Munir Khan, sir, to kindly come on the stage to receive your felicitation, sir.
The one and all.
Friends, colleagues, it has been a long time since we started laparoscopic surgery over here. And it was, which started in 1994, where we were not very late to start it. In Delhi, they started in about, Puchobe Saab started earlier in 91, and along with Ohare Saab. But I went to the same year, 1994, in Delhi to his center, visited his center with Bhatia Saab also visited him, and Bombay also, and then came back, and then with help of Dr. Sarangi also, I should name him, he came along with him to start my earlier cases, and we did it in 1994. Well, it was quite early when we started it. And the other thing, the hernia also, we were not very late in starting. We witnessed all the stalwarts in Delhi, being frequently visited to Delhi. So at AIMS, I should not forget Dr. Mishra Saab. He also helped a lot in hernia as well as in GB. Thank you very much. And I just say that all the heads of departments have contributed along since then. I have left the institution at 15 years back, long 15 years back, and the newer staff, you don't even know me. So once in a while I'm here. So, and all the heads of the department, the department has progressed in leaps and bounds. But all what we wanted is for what a robot, and we were asking it for all the CMs when we were having the conferences. Now for another 20, 25 years, we've been asking for a robot and we're not getting it. And sir said that, is it viable? It's not a question of viability. It is a question of facility which should be provided. And the hospital funds, development fund has enough, enough money that it can sponsor all those who need it. In urology especially, this robotic surgery is a mainstay in one or two surgeries. But if the same robot is used by all the departments, then it is, inshallah, it is a survival alternative. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I request Dr. Vandana Soni ma'am, Vice President, HSI, to please come on the stage to receive your felicitation. Thank you so much, ma'am. I request former head, Department of Surgery, GMC Srinagar, Professor Dr. Mohammad Shafi sir, to kindly come on the stage to receive your felicitation.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great pleasure to come to this hall once again after a long time. I remember Dr. Munir Khan, first of all, in 1994, we organized a laparoscopic surgery workshop in the SMHS hospital. Because at that time, you have no facilities for transmitting the live workshop. So from theater to the room, I think Dr. Chobe was there also. And I still remember he did that laparoscopic splenectomy. Yes. So it's a long way, and we have come to this stage. I'm very happy that our department is progressing day and night. Wish you all the best, Dr. Slim. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. साहिल के सुकून से किसे इनकार है लेकिन तूफान से लड़ने में मजा और ही कुछ है. Every occasion revolves around a central cogwheel who happens to be the secretary of the organization. It's an honor to welcome the ever-energetic, a joyful person, an organizing secretary, professor, Department of Minimal Access and General Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Dr. M.R. Atri, sir, to the podium. Sir, please.
What should I say now? But I can say thank you so much. A very good afternoon to all of you. As an organizing secretary, I am supposed to give a vote of thanks. First of all, I am so thankful to our chief guest, Dr. Abid sir, for gracing this occasion. Your vision and your future plans, they encourage us and inspire us to even do much better. Guest of honor, Padam Shri, Dr. Chobe sir, he is my mentor, my guru. Not only he taught me about laparoscopic surgery, he taught me about the basic principles of life. So I am so thankful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation and coming and gracing this occasion. I am thankful to HSI, led by the dynamic leadership of Dr. Vijay, Dr. Sarfaraz, Dr. Vandana Soni. I am so thankful to you for trusting us as a team that we can do this event in GMC Srinagar. So I am so thankful to you. I am honored. Uh, I'm so thankful to the operating faculty led by Professor Parveen Bhatia sir. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Dr. Rajesh Kular, who has been my teacher, he has taught me so many things in life. Not only surgery, so many other values of life. Dr. Bandana Soni, Dr. Ganesh, Dr. Sumit, and my own colleagues who demonstrated so wonderfully today that they are the talent. They are the people who really, when they are given a responsibility, they come up to the occasion. So thankful. I see all the professors, head of the departments of various departments of Government Medical College, Srinagar, for coming here and gracing this occasion. We are so thankful. You see, as a organizing secretary, you have to thank your organizing chairman. You can't live without him, right? So thanks, Professor Iqbal sir, for coordinating and monitoring all the minute things that you had here. My thanks to HOD Anesthesia. Ma'am, thank you so much. Without your cooperation, you see, we operated almost 9 cases today. All variety of surgeries were done by all experts. Right. For smooth, flow of these cases, your cooperation was so important. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. I am so thankful to my organizing committee. Professor Mushtaq Chalku for such a wonderful scientific committee. So thankful I am for you. Dr. Javed Qadri, Dr. Arshad, Dr. Mohsin, Dr. Irfan, and my senior residents, Dr. Anis, Dr. Muid, Dr. Rajandeep. They for your, for your tireless efforts to bring this event is making this event is successful. Last but not the least, my patients who allowed us to operate so gracefully. They accepted that we are ready to undergo surgery. I'm so thankful, and I pray Almighty that they go home very nicely. Then my family, of course, my wife, Dr. Usha, my son, Dr. Akarshit, and my younger son, Ibril, must be here. I'm so thankful to you for, standing with me in all these endeavors. Thank you, all of you. I hope you had a wonderful stay here and, enjoy the serenity of this place, so-called as paradise on earth. Thank you. Thank you so much. Without taking much of your time, I'll request all the dignitaries on the and off the dais for proceeding for high tea, for a cup of tea. And so thankful I am.
Meeting at 6 p.m.
And there is a quiz for hernia quiz for postgraduates and undergraduates. Everybody can join.
There's a 5,000 reward for the people who will be first in that quiz.
And as a, executive member of Jammu and Kashmir Association of Surgeons, we will have a meeting of Jakasi at 6 p.m. in the auditorium only. Oh, yaar, thak gaya yaar, kya bolu.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Done.